Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this here is episode 3 of how to repair, how to maintain your E30, right? So a lot of the times we battle with the age of the vehicles, we battle with gear linkages, especially on the original vehicles. We battle with gear linkages, sloppiness, where there's a lot of play on your gear lever and so on like that. So in this episode, we're gonna go through your gear linkage pushers. It's a very simple fix, it's a very easy fix. However, it does take some time to do. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to do it, but you also need to have at least basic knowledge of how to strip it out and how to put it back. So, if we can supply the kits out for you, the kits are available at Ratical or at Zen Parts. Again, the link is in the description. Showing that Zen Parts is keeping the kits and we will be keeping them here at Ratical as well. So, okay, yeah, this is the other part to it. Okay, so guys, this is what the kit comprises of, right? So, this here is the bush that sits on the body itself. So what happens is your linkage sits this way here. This here supports your linkage. This is a very crucial bush. A lot of people forget about it, they don't even know about it, and a lot of the times when it comes to resto mods, or where the guys do multi-valve conversions in E30s and use different gearboxes, they forget about this bush. So they'll always just make a plan in the sense, right? When it comes to the chrome bumpers are a little bit different. That's the pre-facelift. The linkage system is a little bit different to this one here, and we'll do that at a later stage. However, there's not all the bushes available for the chrome bumpers. So back to the plastic bumper. We've got the bush that sits on the body. It sits with a 13 nut at the back. That just bolts on, right? That supports the front of the linkage. Then you've got your, I'm gonna call it your black bush. That sits on the rod here. So this one here, unfortunately, to get it out, I'm gonna break it out. I'm gonna run some grease on this one here, and I should be able to slide it on. I might put it in some hot water just to make it a little bit soft fast. And then let me actually do that now. Let me put it in some hot water for us. Let's turn these guys off. Then we've got the gearbox bush. So this is a very common bush to go, right? And it's actually a simple push on fix. So this here slots onto the back of the box this way here. Then you got your clip here with a rod. So you got a lock rod and you got a lock clip, right? Normally you'll just take your clip off, slide your rod out, and then the bush comes out. Now this guy here mates to this guy here. Okay, so this here basically goes in like this. So you can see this one is a little bit tight. See the other side that goes on. Let's see which one it is. Yeah, it's this side here. So you can see that they're two different sizes basically. This side here now will go over to the linkage side. So it slots in underneath the linkage, right? But please remember that there's two nylon washers that come up. So this is basically how your link will sit, right? This is on your gearbox. This is to the top mount of your gearbox. This is to your body side, and then obviously this part comes in the car. So you've got this bush in the kit. You've got a lock pin. This is very important, right? And you'll see that I always mention these lock pins here on the pedals when I'm busy with the pedals, because you can slide the pin on, that'll lock it so that this guy doesn't move back out, but then it's got a lock particle here so it won't vibrate out. So a lot of the guys use these clips here, or they use your injector clips. The problem with injector clips is they are gonna vibrate out. So you're gonna find if you use that, you will find the links laying on the floor one of the days. And these clips are cheap. Then you've got your nylon washers here. And then you've got your bush that sits into your gear lever link, right? So first we're gonna do is, you can see on this guy here, this is now the blue cabriolet. It had issues with gears, he couldn't get fifth gear. Firstly, he had the wrong linkage in there, he had a long linkage plate in there, right? And it was adjusted, and it set about maybe 2 centimeters longer. So he threw the gears out too far back. He battled to get gears, and you'll just never battle to line it up properly, or you'll battle to line it up. So his bush that's off his gearbox here, and you can see the lock pin in the center, that basically just slides off. Right? So we'll keep this lock pin for this bush here. This bush is worn out on the inside here, and it's badly worn out on the side here. Then you've got a lock pin, right? His lock pin was bent, and you can actually see that it's got a crack here. So we're going to replace that lock pin, and it's very important to have this lock pin. A lot of the guys, what they like to do is when they do a conversion, they want to use nut and bolts, and you cannot use a nut and bolt. This is a very simple pin, lock, the way it locks in. Whereas this one, no, sorry, this one here locks into the top here. This one will lock into the top here of the gear lever and basically lock onto the gearbox housing. A lot of guys like to use bolt and nut there. He's gonna wear the washer out, I mean the bush out. It will not last. So this is what came off his car. You can see the wear on it. It's not because it's abused or anything. It's literally, it's aged, right? So we're gonna take this boy out here and keep this guy here. This is the two clips he's got. I've only got one more to replace him. So what I'll do is, I'm not gonna put the second one on. I'll put it on afterwards. Okay, so this bush here, right, normally fits in here like this here. What you can do is, there's a guide hole here, so you'll see, let me see if I can get it here for you. So you'll actually see it here on the bush itself here, right, where it's extruded from the bush itself. That's where your guide should be. So you'll be able to slot the screwdriver in there, and then push it up. So it's not going to be very easy. Right. So what I'll do is, I'll just keep a screwdriver in here, and then I'm going to yank on the side of the gear lever. There's an opening there, right? And I'm going to yank the push out there. It looks like I've got it out there. I'll do the same thing on the opposite side, and here she is actually sliding out. Right. So what we'd like to do is, we'd like to get the sitters cleaned up nicely. That's the excess grease. Then this bush should slide out from the bottom. Now, this is how the two bushes look now. You can actually see the wear on the ball here of this bush here, right? Which tells me that the linkage is actually going to be so much better. If we want to, we can actually use a little bit of grease here on the outside, or some lubricant. What I'm going to do for this one here now, it's not too bad. I'm just going to wipe the inside out quickly. Okay, if you can just give me a minute. Let me just get this guy washed out. Well, we got it out, so it can also freshen it up a little bit. Again guys, these are simple, easy repair fix for your E30. And it makes such a world of a difference once it is done. This is where you're able to enjoy the vehicle. You're able to not fight with the gears. You're able to drive it smoother and so on like that. So I've just given it a quick wash out. Solution. Then I'm just going to use some of the lubricant spray. So you can see this is it. So I'm just going to first get this guy onto our ball. Let's give this guy a wash out quickly as well. So I'm just going to give this guy a wash out, just for the old grease that's on here. So there is some stubborn grease patches. But I am using some heat in my degreaser, just to like speed things up. Okay, so Here we go. Okay, so it's nice and clean there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just give a light lube on here, so that will just make life easier when we do slide this guy back on. It's gonna be a bit tight, well it should be, but not too bad, and you can actually see how snug it fits. Then remember, you'll be able to turn your ball back and forth, right? Then what we're gonna do is, let me get some lube into here. Okay, so remember, this is for that blue cabriolet that we currently busy on, right? So just back onto here, and then I will slide it in, and you can, yes, as you can already feel, this is nice and stiff compared to the other one. This is nice. I should have actually ran with a little bit of grease on it. So for the next guys, use a little bit of grease. I should have used it now. This should be fine, but again, I'm gonna repeat myself. Use a little bit of grease, and that should help with wear on it going forward. So now we've got this guy here, of which what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break out. Right? There's no really way of pushing it out. No real way that I know of. So I am able to get some grip on it and yank it off. You can just try and pull this lip off here and then press it down and pull this lip off here. Remember, I still put our other one in hot water just to try and soften the rubber up a little bit. So I'm not making it too hot. Let's see if I can just... Is it? Right. So you can see this bush is perished. It is bad. It's not very worn, but it is worn. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this guy a quick wash. And I'm going to take our bush out of warm water. I'm going to get some grease onto it. And with that one I can actually get some lubricant back onto it there. But I just want to clean out all this excess old rubber on this bush here. That looks like clean. So I'll get this guy out of the... Try it first with some lubricant before I use the grease. So you can see how this is nice and clean. Just gets rid of this excess dirt in here. Thin. So it doesn't matter which way it goes on, right? You can go on either way. Let's see what happens when you do this. So I hope I don't need to. You can't really use a press here. Maybe I should use some grease. See, so it is tight. It is tight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat it a bit here, right? And I'm just gonna use just a little bit of force here. I'm not going to damage the bush by using this. I'm just going to use the vise just to give me an equal guide. used, I just use the vise because it's easier. My hands are slippery also because of this lubricant. Right, I just use the vise basically just to slide on, but I greased it up properly, I lubed it up properly, so I wasn't forcing it in as such. So here we go, we got 2 bushes done, right, and you can feel it is soft, not soft, it's nice and stuffy as well. So on this side here, this is now where you're going to get the 2 nylon bushes on, or the 2 nylon washers. I'm going to leave that on them, so when we install it on the vehicle, it is there with it, right? And basically guys, that's about it. This is going to fit onto the body here quickly with a size 30 nut at the back. Hold the gear lever in front. We've got the 2 nylon washers on there. We've got the bush on there. This guy here is going to slot into the gear lever itself, and there we go. This guy is quite easy to put on, right? So like I told you before, you normally get the clip out nicely, and it is going to shoot you, right? So just have a little bit of patience with it. As you know, I don't have much patience, right? It comes in with a washer or like a sponge. Yeah, pull the sponge out. Pull the sponge out. You can lubricate in here, put some grease in here, slot your guide pin in, and Bob's your uncle. I'm gonna leave this sponge in here just so we don't get excess dirt in there. We'll leave the pin together with it, and that's it guys. It's a very simple fix. It'll make a world of a difference. Again, with regards to the lock pin, get the correct lock pins in there. Do not use the bolt and nut system. It does not work. Actually it does work, but it is going to damage the bush. Guys, I hope it's a simple fix, right? But I hope this here helps you and makes you understand what goes into the smoke cut, what goes into just basic maintenance of your vehicle. And it doesn't have to, this is nothing, you can sit with it on a Saturday morning. I hope the video helps you. If there's any questions, my number's in the description there. Give me a shout, send me a WhatsApp. I'll try and help you as far as possible. I hope my explanation of video is good enough for you. Let me know what you guys think, and good luck with your maintenance. Guys, again, like, subscribe, share. You guys know what to do. Let me know what you think. I see there's some good feedback from the guys telling me how they want things, what they want. Please do bear with us that we are not a production company. We are a workshop here, and I'm trying my best to keep you up to speed with what's happening. But I will try my best as well with regards to content and production. Guys, enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Cheers.